Mintberries, the 9-year-old no-lifer who plays Brawlhalla. Well, that was a couple of years ago. Well, this is Mintberries nowadays, and a couple of days ago I decided to play Brawlhalla again, and I told him to join me. We 1v1, then let's say I got destroyed. Yes, his skills from when he was 9 were still there. Luckily enough for me, he was going abroad, which left me with the perfect opportunity to become a Brawlhalla god while he was gone in his 1-week vacation. Right before he went on his 1-week vacation, we had to first 1v1 him, one final time. So here it is. At first I'd say I was destroying him. Then he was actually starting to play good and took out my first stock. Then he actually just started messing with me with his fist, which practically took out most of my health. And then he started using his weapon, which just made it worse, which took out my second stock. After some more fighting on my last stock, I took out this third stock. Finally, after all, it was my final stock, so all he did was punch me and throw me off the space. Now that I knew what I was going up against, Mintberries left for his vacation, and with that, he also left me with a week of practicing Brawlhalla. Day 1, I did nothing. Day 2, this was the day I actually started practicing, so first I played a normal game, which didn't go as expected. After that, I played ranked so I could get my rank. I played 4 matches before, which I have no idea how I went in them, so I only had 6 matches left to play. This is how they went. Game 1, I won. Game 2, quite close, but I lost. Game 3, I was in a game with someone who went AFK in the beginning of the game, and also when I took out his first stock. Though it wouldn't matter if I killed him while he was AFK, because I still won with 2 stocks. Game 4, I started bad with Mirage taking out my first stock, but on my second stock I took out her first stock with barely anything on mine. Without a doubt, as soon as she came down, my second stock was out. Though on my last stock I managed to take out her second stock, though this didn't really matter as she still won at the end. Game 5. He took out my first stock relatively quickly, but then I took out his later on the same stock. I took out his second one too, but the streak of destroying wouldn't last forever as I then got taken down to my last stock. But with barely anything left to his stock, I won. Game 6. In this game, I was against Orion, which was Mintberries' main character. This was the best way I was going to practice for the 1v1 against him. And I'm just gonna let you watch the sped up version of this fight. Let's just say, even though this person was using Orion, he wasn't as good as Mintberries, considering he got obliterated by me. Those are all the matches which were needed for me to get my rank, and it turned out I got the elo of 1122, which I have no idea if it's good or not. Anyways, that was all for day 2. Day 3, I started off the day just like before. I played a game in which I won. Then I decided to play some more ranked. Game 1, she destroyed me, but then I rematched her, which gave me another chance. Game 2, I took out her first stock, but then she returned the favor afterwards. This literally repeated itself for the second time until we ended up on our last stock. We kept fighting until we were both on our final hits with our stock. She pulled up a hit on me and sent me flying, which led to me losing. But then she sent me a party invite and I didn't even know these existed, by the way. Anyways, we played a ranked match. Like a 2v2 ranked match. Game 3. I'm not gonna explain what happened here, but long story short, we lost. After that, we played another 2v2 ranked match. Game 4. In this one, we actually won, but either way, she left exactly after, so I just went to play some more ranked solo games. Game 5. Not gonna lie, this was a very good fight, so watch it sped up. Game 6. I'd say this was basically the easiest fight of all, but I'm not really complaining. Game 7. A game against Dorian. To be honest, it wasn't the best as the person left mid-game, so I just stuck fighting in AI as Dorian. But hey, I still won. Game 8. This fight was genuinely intense. It came down to the final stock, but I still lost. We sadly didn't end this off with a win, as that was the end of day 3. Day 4 and 5, I did nothing. Day 6. Today, instead of starting off with a normal game, I jumped straight into ranked. Game 1, got kinda destroyed with losing two stocks, but he gave me another chance and we rematch. I just love watching sped up Brawlhalla fights, so we'll just intense, chaotic fight sped up. Yeah, this was a very short day because that's the end of day 6. Day 7, like the previous days, I started with straight up ranked. Game 1, I lost 2 stocks again, but this time he didn't accept rematch. I know, sad. I'm gonna say this right now, yes, this Isaiah won with 2 stocks, which wouldn't make me say he destroyed me, but damn, his movement is insane, bro. I swear, bro. He spent so much I'm jumping around like freaking kangaroo. Game 3, I lost. Game 4, dang, this game was intense. Look, I lost, but he accepts the rematch, so another one it is. Game 5, bro, if I just pulled a good hit on him, I would have won, but yeah, I lost. Game 6, I lost. Game 7, I lost. Game 8, I lost. Game 9, I lost. If you noticed, I basically lost all my ranked games today. I couldn't even win, not even once. And let me remind you, this was the day before the 1v1. I could have continued, but I was tired. I really wasn't in the mood to continue, so I just hopped off, hoping that the next day's 1v1 would be better. The day of the 1v1. On this day, Midberries had returned from vacation, and he asked me this question.
Stop the cap!
Not gonna lie, at the time I was writing this, I was completely lying. From the previous day, I basically had no confidence in myself, but after all, I was still excited. After a while, I did some more ranked for final preparations, and I won 2 out of 4 1v1s, which isn't bad, but I still would have wanted to win 3 or all of them actually. So later that evening, we did the 1v1s. To give some context, we decided to do a first or 3 type of style, so at least I'd have a chance. First match was just a practice match. Game 0, when I mean game 0, I'm just saying practice match. I was basically getting destroyed here. I really needed to step up my game or else in the 1v1s I was certainly going to lose. Game 1. watching this, it just feels like I'm playing crap. Anyway, the score is 1-0. Game 2, bro. This match was basically one of the best matches I've ever played. I genuinely remember sweating so hard on this, yet I still lost. Either way, the score was 2-0. He wins this, he wins it all. Game 3. Yep, he won. This game was practically the worst. Yes, he was using his main character Orion, but still. I blundered in the beginning, mistimed my attacks, and it was overall a crappy game. Well, what can I say? I lost. He was just genuinely better than me. We played some more minigames, and I basically lost all of them. Well, apart from one.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Even though I had won that, it still didn't feel right. I wanted to win in a normal game, but I guess I'd lost my chance. Correction, I'd lost this chance. One day I'll come back and win. Not just win. Destroy Minberries. I will one day become better than Minberries, trust me. It's only a matter of time. Until then, Minberries, fear me, Cornfoot.